All right, Ian, so let's begin here because this preseason finale coming up is a big one for you and some other guys that are going to get some run here. How do you feel about the body of work you've put together to this point here in camp?
Pretty good. I think obviously I've been taking advantage of the opportunities I've been granted. That being said, there's just some other things I want to show on tape, like pass blocking and receiving out the backfield, and just showing that they can trust me. But outside of that, I feel like I've done really well.
Yeah, because when you jump into a new offensive system, you obviously want to know the plays that come to you when you're getting handed the ball or throwing the ball out of the backfield. But there are those other plays where you're not handling the ball and you got to pick up a blitz or know where that blitzer is coming from. What's harder? Is it the plays where you're getting the ball, or is it plays where you've got to serve in an assist role, so to speak?
Protection is the hardest part about playing here, just because defense is like they're trying to make you wrong. They're picking on the back. They're trying to they're blitzing the back. They're doing things to put us in a bad position, like whether that's a mismatch thing or just like a scheme thing where they're just trying to find gaps or create gaps on their own. Like a lot of people can run the ball. Not everyone can actually pass protect. Right. That's the difference between an NFL back and someone in college, basically.
So how does Coach Skipper kind of preach the pass protection aspect of the game? Like what's the mantra there? What's the slogan there for you guys in the running back room?
Slogan? I don't know about a slogan.
Like does he just have like rules you hear over and over and over and over that like it's ringing in your head? You could recite it from memory.
No, just strong punch, keep it, take away the inside, and just keep your feet moving on contact, and just knowing our rules, of protection. If they point this way, we go this way. Just knowing who we have in protection, because that helps us out and gets us there faster.
Have you always had it come naturally to you, your body lean? Because it seems like carrying your pads low comes very naturally to you. And for some guys, they run high. And in this league, you're going to pay for it if you run high. So has that been a part of your game that's always come natural, where your pads are low, where you can deliver a blow?
Honestly, I think I still kind of run high. I think I get away with a lot of stuff because I just have really good contact balance.
Okay.
But yeah, running through people is something I've been doing my whole life. Just they always kind of preach be the hammer, not the nail, and I take that personally. Like they have to come tackle me.
Right. Yeah. I mean, heck, it's looked good to me through the preseason. My goodness, you've kind of labeled a couple of guys so far. Is there a gear that you leave in the tank? Because I mean, you run hard on just about every play we watch you carry the football, but is there like an extra gear that you kind of leave in the tank for when the space does show up for you? Because there's a force you take into a gap where you might meet contact, and then I got to believe like in your head somewhere there's like fifth gear where here's the open space, let's hit it and put the pedal on the floor.
Yeah, I haven't been able to show that very much just because of play calling, like the way the plays have been going, but
it's in there.
It's in there, absolutely. Like, and you see it turn on every once in a while where it's just like, I see green grass and I gotta go right now. But I'm excited to actually show that off.
Yeah, well, I'm anxious to see it. We know the story about medical school for you, so maybe just lay it out for me. Like, what was the major as an undergrad, and then how med school kind of became a very real possibility for you before you decided to press pause on that and pursue your NFL career?
Well, I was a psych major at Howard University,
and
chemistry minor. That's just something I got to add in there. But yeah, I definitely was interested in the mind to begin with, and then once I kind of got through college and was learning about health equity and different like access points and like understanding what underrepresented and underserved communities were, and I was thinking like, how do I want to like make an impact? So didn't necessarily know how the football stuff was gonna go, just because I was a walk-on at Howard and like just kind of earning my scholarship, earning my stripes a different type of way. I knew that school, I was always a good guy academically. So understanding like what I wanted to do, I decided medicine was for me, just being able to serve my community and everything else. And then obviously I got a couple coaches telling me like, hey, like you should really take this football stuff, like you might be able to go pro. And like, in the moment you're kind of like, you're just telling me that to tell me that, whatever. But getting invited to like the HBCU combine, knowing I have a pro day, agents are talking to me, get invited to a bowl game. And I was like, okay, this is real. I'm still gonna apply to everything, but let me just keep this in mind. And once I got a call from Chicago saying like, do you want to be at UDFA? I was like, let's do it.
Yeah. What area of practice specifically with them? I know you said psych was the major, so are you kind of thinking about
psychiatry?
Psychiatry. Okay,
Yes,
I just wanted to make sure I had that right. And then how does it work with med school? Because you had an opportunity to attend med school. How does that conversation go with those people? Like, do they afford you an opportunity to press pause, revisit it later? Do they hold something open for you? It's a world that I'm not familiar with. That's why I'm asking.
So most of the times when you defer, it's standard for them to like let you hold your spot for a year. So I deferred for a year, and then I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll try later in life. And they were understanding that there's also the expectation that's just like, once you get in, there's no guarantee that you'll get in again. So we'll see what happens with that. I feel pretty good about my chances, but then you have to go through the cycle again whenever you want to go back into it.
Yeah, but there's only like a finite window for an NFL career, as you well know, and that's why it kind of has to take precedence, right? Because it's like a now or never. You're not gonna be doing this when you're 38.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right.
But you can still do a medical degree when you're 38.
Right.
How long a program is that?
4 years of medical school is standard, and then depending on what you get into, residency is 4 years for psychiatry. That's usually standard too.
Okay, and that still is something that, no matter how this shakes out, like whether you have a 5-year career, 10-year career in the NFL, that's still going to be front burner when you're done playing.
Definitely a big goal of mine. Obviously, I have to take into consideration like what my family and everything looks like and like just how I'm feeling and everything like that. But that's definitely, as of now, that's my number one goal outside of this.
Yeah. And what can you say about this running back room and this locker room? Because a lot of guys that come to this team, I mean, teams are tight around the league. You got to be leaning on each other in a sport as demanding as this in that locker room. But guys that come into this locker room specifically feel like there is a different kind of closeness that exists not only in position rooms or sides of the ball, but it crosses sides of the ball. Have you come to recognize it as different than maybe some other places you've been?
Absolutely. Like, you can feel how close everybody is. You can feel that like everyone really bonds and gets along together. Our position group is really close. Like Ty, Ray, Frank, James, all of us are like, we talk and like we hang out and stuff like that. But definitely in the locker room, that was one of the first things I noticed. I was like, oh, okay, we don't sit by position group. We sit like next to defensive players, offensive players. Doesn't really matter, different positions, and everyone's talking. There's a bunch of conversation, and it's not like people like bring you in, which I really appreciate, especially being someone who got here like a month ago.
And how do you feel that best facilitates the play on the field, the product on the field?
I think it gives people an opportunity to like talk about things. So like, in practice, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? Just so everyone feels comfortable pushing each other to be better and to hold each other accountable. I think that's really the biggest thing.
And not just with guys in your room that you're competing with, but I'm guessing those relationships make it comfortable for you to go to a linebacker, for example, and say, hey, did I tip the hole I was picking on this run, so you knew to fill that gap? Like, you can ask him for tells, he can do the same, right? There's that symbiotic relationship.
Absolutely. No, you hit it right on the head. We can do stuff like that where we talk about routes or pass pro reps, everything like that. Just understanding like what you were trying to do and like understanding like how I can prevent that from being successful.
Okay, so it's just about the preseason finales in the can, the game's over. What is your ideal outcome for you to have the best body of work when it's all put to bed Thursday night? What does the preseason finale look like for Ian Wheeler?
Like to break a long run. To break a long run. I haven't had too many long runs. Everything's been kind of violent. That's fine. That's also part of my game. Some good pass pro reps, and then if I have an opportunity on special teams, do something on special teams.
Awesome.
That's all I really want.
That's great. Ian, thanks for the time. As always, we appreciate it. Good luck tonight against the Steelers, and we hope you show up and show out.
Appreciate it. Thank you.